What is your prediction on the fight?
I predict that he will go in 8 to prove that I am great. And if he want to go to heaven, I'll get him in 7. He'll be in a worse fix if I cut it to 6. And if he keeps talking jive, I'll cut it to 5. And if he makes me sore, he'll go like Archie Moore. And if that don't do, I'll cut it to 2. And if he run, he'll go in 1. And if he don't want to fight, he should keep his ugly self home that night.
Sonny Liston was supposed to destroy him.
You plan to retire if you lose?
No, I'm not. I'm not planning to lose.
He was bigger, stronger, more experienced, and more feared than almost anyone in boxing.
With another left hook, a right, and another left, and Bethea is down. Strong overhand right. Rush is on the canvas.
Across the ring stood a loud, arrogant 22-year-old challenger who refused to believe any of it. His name was Cassius Clay, and on this night, the world was about to find out just how good he really was. By 1964, Sonny Liston wasn't just the heavyweight champion. He was the man everyone was afraid to fight. Liston had become champion by destroying Floyd Patterson.
Sonny Liston moves out to face the big chance of his 28 years of a turbulent life. A left, a grazing right, and a solid left to the cheekbone dropped the champion.
And he didn't just beat him, he destroyed him in the first round. Then, Liston did it again. Another fight, another first-round knockout.
And 6 seconds. Trying to get underneath the champion, straight punches, runs into a right uppercut, which sets up the challenger. Champion's chin, but Liston's countering left hook is on target and sets up the second knockdown. Two jarring right hands are followed by the knockout blow, the left uppercut.
And suddenly, the heavyweight division had a problem because there didn't seem to be anyone capable of stopping him.
10 seconds.
The 21st heavyweight champion of the world, jubilation. For Floyd Patterson, the former champion, consolation.
I predict that tonight somebody will die at ringside from shock.
And then there was Cassius Clay, 22 years old, fast, unorthodox, loud, and completely convinced that Sonny Liston was not the monster everyone else believed him to be.
When she got to the fight, it was really great. Sonny Liston fell as predicted in 8. And as the people left the fight, you could hear them say, "This kid is a legend, that Cassius Clay." Yeah, I wish him a happy new year because he's going to need happiness after I annihilate him because I'm going to beat him so bad, he's going to think he robbed the bank. I'm feeling great. I'm ready to go to war right now.
Go to war right now.
I see that bear on the street, I'll beat him before the fight.
Before the fight?
Beat him like I'm his daddy. He's too ugly to be the world's champ. The world's champ should be pretty like me. For those of you who won't be able to see the Clay Liston fight, here's the 8th round exactly as it will happen.
Clay wasn't simply predicting victory, he was predicting exactly how it would happen. Clay understood something most fighters didn't. He didn't have to beat Liston before the fight. He had to get inside his head. The predictions weren't close.
Hey, let us see him. I predict that tonight somebody will die at ringside from shock.
Clay entered the fight as roughly a 7-1 underdog, and most of the experts didn't even think he belonged in the ring with Liston. The champion had the power, the experience, the reputation. Clay had speed and a mouth.
I don't get hit, I'm so pretty.
But on February 25th, 1964, talking was over. The weigh-in became almost as famous as the fight itself. Clay looked completely unhinged. Liston looked like he wanted to tear him apart. But behind all the screaming, Clay knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, let's call it the Golden Circle. The Golden Circle, ladies and gentlemen.
The heavyweight champion of the world, Charles Sonny Liston. Olympic light heavyweight champion, Cassius Clay.
When they order you to break, stop punching and step back. Good luck. Shake hands.
Network television.
From the opening seconds, Clay did something almost nobody expected. He didn't stand in front of Liston, he moved. He stayed outside.
the aggressive man. Ooh. A good heavy shot dug under the heart. Sonny has to set the pace. That's the way.
And every time Liston tried to close the distance, Clay was already gone. The champion was trying to catch a fighter who simply wouldn't stay still.
Awkwardly fast. Good. Still in the danger zone in that he's keeping his hands low, but you'll notice one thing if you don't mind. The challenger is jabbing all over, body, head, and right hand. The best punch of the fight so far.
For the first time, the impossible started to look possible. Liston had spent his career making opponents fight his fight, but Clay wouldn't cooperate. He made the champion chase him.
Sonny is actually not.
And every second Liston spent chasing was another second Clay could control the fight.
Has his own style, and it's confusing for the champion up to now. Inside, if you watch closely, the champion is clubbing away and less. Get to stand still and then rip the body. Jarring right hand that time, folks. Another one. Sonny wobbles. Sonny wobbles. Cassius has him hurt. Sonny is talking to a big mouth below his left eye. He has a cut below the eye, and he's getting hit with all the punches. So. "55 seconds remaining in round 3. Oh, the butt is a bit hurt. Seven or 8 seconds more in the third. However, he is being...
Then, something went terribly wrong. Clay suddenly couldn't see, his eyes were burning, his vision was almost completely gone, and the man standing across from him was Sonny Liston, the most dangerous heavyweight in the world.
However, he's blinking badly.
For several minutes, Clay was fighting almost blind, but instead of panicking, he survived, and then his vision started coming back.
Away continually. Sonny fired his best left hook so far. Here they go, number 5.
By the 6th round, the fight had completely changed. The young challenger wasn't running anymore. He was attacking.
In the 6th round. Flipper knocked down that jab effectively.
Liston had expected Clay to disappear. Instead, Clay was standing right in front of him and beating him to the punch. 6 rounds were over, and Sonny Liston didn't come out for the 7th. The champion quit.
They might be stopping it. That might be all, ladies and gentlemen. Get up there. Get up in the ring.
Nobody in that building expected it. Nobody watching around the world expected it. And Cassius Clay couldn't believe it either.
Come here, Cam. I'm the greatest thing that ever lived. I'm so great I don't have a mark on my face. And I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world. I talk to God every day. If God's with me, can't nobody be against me. Sonny, I shook up the world. I know God. I know the real God. He wanted to go to heaven, so I took him himself. I'm a bad man. I shook up the world. I shook up the world! I shook up the world!
In a matter of minutes, the biggest underdog in the division had become heavyweight champion of the world.
Still on microphone. I'm so great until Sonny Liston was not even a match.
The man everyone called a loudmouth had just defeated the most feared fighter on the planet. But there was one question that refused to disappear. What actually happened to Sonny Liston? Liston claimed that his shoulder had become too injured to continue. Doctors later examined him and reported a serious shoulder injury. But suspicion followed the fight for years. Some believed Liston had quit, others believed the injury was real. And the debate would follow the fight for decades. But regardless of what happened inside Liston's shoulder, something much bigger had happened inside boxing. Cassius Clay had arrived, and the man who walked into the arena as a 7-1 underdog walked out as heavyweight champion. This wasn't simply an upset, it was the beginning of Muhammad Ali, the fighter, the personality, the champion. The man who would eventually become one of the most recognizable athletes who ever lived. But it all started here, against the man everyone believed was unbeatable, Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston was supposed to destroy Cassius Clay. Instead, Cassius Clay destroyed the expectations of an entire generation, and on February 25th, 1964, the world witnessed the birth of a legend.
Am I as fast as I were? Man, I'm so fast last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Man.